Hey, buddy.
Hey, how was your sabbatical?
It was good. It was good. It was a whole lot of waiting around for you.
Not really, bro. I'm here.
Had to take a quick vacation. We went and did our off season in Cabo. All right.
Mhm.
We back.
Yep. Better than ever.
Back better than ever.
What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One Podcast. I'm your co-host Anthony. Game in the bubble. Got my co-host Kyle. Say what's up.
What's happening, yo?
Yes, it's time. We back. It's about time. We like I said, we took a little bit of a sabbatical. Which is cool. We also kind of got busy with
bro.
real life stuff.
Life getting in the way.
Of
Can't
the
have
pod.
that. Can't have that.
Exactly, bro.
Can't have it. It's not good.
So a lot has happened since our last pod. The Super Bowl happened. NBA landscape is flipped on its head. The NFL landscape is flipping on its head.
Yep.
Couple players going off the deep end.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Indeed, life is a real thing. But yeah. So why don't we start with the Super Bowl? That's what we last talked about. I already see you smirking. It's cool. The Eagles 38-35.
Fuck you! Fuck you! I told you! You don't listen to me. You doubt me. I was right. Again. Fuck you. I'm happy now.
I know you're happy.
I'm cool.
This was definitely one of the better Super Bowls.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts, absolute beast. Should have been the MVP even in a losing effort, in my opinion.
No.
Bro.
No. What are they gonna do? Bring him up to the stage?
No, they're gonna do it in the locker room.
In the locker room? Oh, that's epic. Yeah, that's beautiful. Hey,
they did it with Jerry
lost.
West
Here's
back
your
in the
trophy.
day.
Huh?
Jerry West won Finals MVP on a losing team back in the day.
In the 60s. They were still
happened.
using coconuts as basketball back then.
Oh man.
No, but it was an incredible Super Bowl. As I said, I thought the better coach and the better quarterback were going to win. That's not taking any shots. Sirianni's incredible. Jalen Hurts is incredible, but I will never ever bet against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. And what did they do? On a bum ass ankle, that man 40 yards, win the game.
Yeah. Exposed Jonathan Gannon's shitty defense.
Yep.
No adjustment in the second half, and nothing exotic either against any of these B+ quarterbacks. It's been all season.
Mm-hmm.
I think a massive amount of winning kind of masked the stench of how all Eagles fans really felt deep inside about Jonathan Gannon's scheme.
Yeah.
And it was on full display in that second half, in the fourth quarter. Couple bullshit calls, in my opinion, weren't the deciding factors of the game, but it was just like those calls were more amplified because of a couple huge plays that the Eagles should have executed, like the Quez Watkins catch or the incompletion that should have been a catch down in the red zone. That would have put them up 10.
Yep.
Would have been a completely different game instead of settling for the 6. Would have been a completely different game. That's one of the huge ones right there. And just Jonathan Gannon's inability to adjust, being stingy. Bro sends a cover 0 in the red zone, Pat Mahomes calls it out. Touchdown. The motions that they absolutely sold. There was nobody within the entire football field of Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore in the red zone. They ran the same play and flipped the formation.
Yeah.
That's a scheme issue.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what lost them the game. I mean, you can go back to the Jalen Hurts fumble. Yeah, put points on the board, but he went back down and put the Eagles up 10 at halftime. So I really don't think
you forget about that fumble coming out of the half. That was
nothing.
Yeah,
that was totally fine. I know a lot of people wanted to say that was really what decided the game. No, it wasn't. It was the two plays I just said. If Quez catches that, they're going to score again, go up 10. And if Jonathan Gannon gets at least one stop in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs defense couldn't stop the Eagles.
No.
They were going to go down and get at least some kind of points again.
Yep.
So, I mean, I looking back, I mean, yes, it sucks, but it doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would.
Yeah.
Just because of the performance that Jalen Hurts put on. I mean, he showed that he's a franchise quarterback. He's going to get the bag this offseason. I want him to get a 10-year deal. He's that dude. Yep. He's on Pat Mahomes' level. He even outshined Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, bro.
Let's
not pump the brakes. I know you want to pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Listen, 300 plus and 70 yards of rushing. Bro put it on his back. 3 touchdowns.
Mahomes is here. Jalen's here. Everybody else down here. But you cannot put them on the same level. Mahomes is the greatest quarterback we have ever seen.
It's cool. Jalen Hurts is in the Mahomes stratosphere.
Okay, in the stratosphere. Sure.
Okay.
All right. I do want to say there are a couple things I want to address too. That holding at the end of the game, that was the right call.
Yeah.
It was a iffy call for that spot, but I mean, who was the corner again? I forget. It was Bradbury.
Yeah.
He got away with the hold earlier in the game, right? So when you're looking at refs, whenever they make a mistake, they're going to be looking for that exact same thing to happen again so they make up for it. So they were already watching for holds on that drive. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, they're going to call that. Even if it's ticky-tacky, whatever you want to call it, it was the right call, and they were watching for it. It's not like, I don't think it was as egregious as people are making it seem. Because, you look at one thing and you don't look at anything else, whereas there have been holds earlier in the game that were not called. So It doesn't surprise me that the refs were looking for it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my point is be consistent. He got away with a complete 10 times more egregious hold in the first half, and it didn't get called. We were sitting there on the couch, and he got away with it. I'm like, hey, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he got away with one right there.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's what I'm trying to say is I think they know they fucked that call up. They did not call it on purpose. They fucked it up. That's what I mean. So they were watching for it later on. You know what I mean? The eyes were more paying attention to that. So it doesn't surprise me that they called it on a lesser hold. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good look.
No, it's not. But here we are, a month out. People aren't talking about it anymore. Chiefs are Super Bowl champions. It is what it is. And this happens every year in any sport. There's always one thing people point towards for a week, and then something else happens in the sports world that's forgotten about. So
yeah. Thoughts on the Eagles punting on 4th and 2 on the Chiefs side of the field?
Trust your defense. Simple as that.
I wouldn't trust my defense.
Well, that's what they were doing.
Being the head coach.
Yeah.
But that is the thought process.
Yep.
I mean, Nick Sirianni has a history of going for it. So, I mean, you can make the point as to why not go for it? I mean, you've been going for it like all postseason. Even in the Super Bowl, there was a fourth down that we went out there, got. Yeah, I mean, it's trust your defense. They let you down.
I think for me, it's make it harder on Mahomes. Don't let him, because if they don't get that 4th and 2, he's only got to go 20 yards to win a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you punt that, well, was this the punt that was returned deep?
I don't think so. I think that one, that wasn't that punt. That punt, they forced a 3 and out, I think, and we punted on our side of the field.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think you're thinking of the field goal.
Maybe
it was 4th and 3. We could have went for it in their side of the field instead of taking points, and they decided to take points. Yeah. I'm a proponent of taking the points. I'm cool with 3.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you have the best offensive line in football, Jalen Hurts, the best dual threat in the game, you got the QB power, which now the NFL's trying to outlaw, which is ridiculous.
They do it all the time.
It's not aesthetically pleasing. I mean, why not trust it? I mean, Jalen Hurts has been having a monster game up to that point, and you can just go down and put the nail in the final coffin.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it was a good game. I'm glad that they got there and they put on a hell of a performance. Jalen Hurts showed the entire world that what all Eagles fans all year and even last year have been saying that he could do.
Yep.
And he leapfrogged a lot of quarterbacks. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
So yeah, I mean, again, congrats to the Chiefs. Well deserved. They executed when it mattered most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They won a Super Bowl in a rebuilding year. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. 75% of the defense was rookies.
Yep.
Now let's see if the Eagles can do that next year, because we got half of our defense that is leaving.
We'll get into it more when we do a full offseason breakdown show.
Yeah.
But
we'll do that next week.
The Eagles will be back.
Free agency will be starting next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting when you read into it. Howie Roseman's playing the comp pick game because he can, for next year, he could have, I want to say 6 picks in the first 3 rounds. A first, 2 seconds, and 3 thirds. If like Bradbury, Hargrave, CJ, GJ, if they all walk.
Yep.
You could have 6 picks in the first 3 rounds,
which could be traded for other talents if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, the blueprint's there for the Eagles to retool and continue to compete, be Super Bowl contenders, but
maybe take a step back this coming year, and then you're back to following.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's hell of a year.
Yep.
For me as an Eagles fan, after watching 2020, they're going through 2020, from the highest of the Super Bowl win to that, I didn't know when I was going to be able to see another Eagles Super Bowl. For it to materialize like that and to have like the best team, not even like it, but on paper, the best team in Eagles history.
Yep.
When you look at talent, for them to get to the big game and come that close, it sucks. You wish that they would have been able to finish it off, but it was a phenomenal ride as a fan, and definitely not going to forget it. That's for sure.
No.
But we'll be back. It's going to be like the Buffalo Bills next year. It's going to suck.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills, bro. I'm telling you, they suck. I was right all along.
I know you're right.
Listen, I need my flowers.
I respect it. Listen, you stood out on a limb. I stood out on a limb.
I
You came out
predicted
on top.
one game wrong this offseason, this postseason.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You're right.
All right. Talk about the quarterbacks.
Let's do it. So we got a couple quarterbacks on the carousel. I mean, Derek Carr, we'll start with him. He's a New Orleans Saint. He got a bag.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
I have a couple thoughts about this one. I think it's a great pickup. One, I think the contract is good. Because, like, a lot of people are talking about how, like, wow, these guys are getting really overpaid. When they're in that third year of the deal, these contracts that the upcoming quarterbacks are going to be signing are going to be astronomically bigger. So right now might look tough. 2 years from now, probably not as bad. But my other thing with the Saints is they're not swallowing their medicine after the Drew Brees era. They keep adding more and more cap problems and cap, what's the dead money? You know, do you know what Michael Thomas's dead cap hit is in a year from now?
What?
$59 million.
Oh, my God.
They refuse to swallow their medicine. They will not fall back and rebuild. They will not. Like this team, they're probably going to win the division. Derek Carr is by far and away the best team in that, the best quarterback in that division right now.
Right now, yeah.
So I'm thinking 9-10 wins and a quick playoff exit. Right? I mean, Derek Carr, I think, can get them to the playoffs. They have a young weapon. They have a good running back, solid offensive line, good defense. No depth. And it's just going to get worse and worse year in and year out because they refuse to fall back to take another step up. What happened with the Rams this year? You lose one guy to an injury and your whole fucking team falls apart. So yeah. I don't know. I like it. I think it's a good spot for him. The Saints just continue to fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Stick to paying Jameis like $20 million for the next 2 years. Let your team disintegrate so you can get all your cap back. Like, they are strapped for like the next 3 years and they don't even have contracts that far out.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting. Yeah. And I mean, when you look at it on paper, it looks good. When you talk about the cap like that, I mean, yeah, you had to give Derek Carr a bag.
Of course.
Now you're even more strapped than you were before.
Yeah.
When you look about all this dead cap money and, guys that are going to want contracts.
Yeah. Like the bill comes due at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But this Saints situation these last couple of years reminds me exactly of how Houston was with James Harden. Just filter in new players, eat this dead cap money this year, next year, this year. Like, I don't know. I think they'll be good, but I don't think it's gonna. It only justifies if they win a title, and they're not going to win a title. So,
no, they're not going to.
Let's see. Next quarterback, Daniel Jones.
Was it 4 years, 160 million, 40 mil man in New York? I mean, that's the best that they could do. I mean, they're not going to go through the QB prospect process again. I mean, he won them a playoff game. He looked good against the Vikings, only to get slaughtered by the Eagles the following week.
Yeah. Here's my problem. You're paying an average quarterback top-end money.
Yeah.
He already needs more talent around him to get better. And now you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a fact.
I was going to say.
I have an interesting fact for you. Daniel Jones in his NFL career has more games played than passing touchdowns. What are you supposed to do with that? He had 15 touchdowns last year, 16 and 18 total games. Patrick Mahomes had 18 passing touchdowns through week 7. Like, I don't, there's no way you can justify this deal. The only way you can be comfortable with this is you have dreams of what Eli Manning once was. And I guess you pay what you have because, like, where they're drafting this year, they don't really have an option that's going to be better than Daniel Jones. But, like, I'm surprised they didn't field calls on Jimmy G or even Baker, because Baker would be cheaper and probably get you the same production.
Yeah.
Or even Lamar now with the non-exclusive tag. We'll get to that. But I don't
for that kind of money, yeah.
This was definitely an ownership decision. This was not Brian Daboll making this call or the GM.
Yeah.
No. This is the owner saying, we love Eli Manning. Daniel Jones reminds us so much of him. He's such a good guy, so good at the podium. He wins us some games. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, hey, shout out. I'm all about everybody getting paid, but that's tough. And they were already in a
You're getting paid to be mid for the next 5 years.
Yep.
Yep.
They're not.
Are you okay with that? If you're okay with that, fine. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, stay in the NBA and NFL purgatory. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. And then you got to put the tag on Saquon.
Yeah. Which is only going to piss him off.
Yeah, that's $50 million, and that's what, like a quarter of your cap already?
Yep.
2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
And they've got some young guys coming up that need to get paid.
Yeah.
I think Saquon walks after next year, but
yeah, I honestly thought he was going to walk after this year because they were. I mean, he's taken the tag the last 3 years.
Has he really?
He's been a tag cat. He's been.
He hasn't been in the league that long. I think he's still on his rookie deal. 4 years?
No.
Maybe.
I might be asleep.
Yeah, I think you're asleep, bro. You're a little asleep. Take a gander at it.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. Maybe last year he was on the tag. Maybe. But I think he was drafted in 19. Or 18. Because he had one really good year. He was injured. 18. Yeah, so this is going into his 5th year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stop the cap.
Okay. My bad.
You good. Franchise tag though. I mean,
I figured it felt like he's been on the franchise tag for he's like Kirk Cousins almost.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
still, I mean that's like a quarter of your cap space. So it's gonna be tough for the Giants to really move stuff around. And that's the thing when you look at the Giants, it's like, they got some young guys that are good. Daniel Jones has improved a bit. Saquon Barkley's coming back. Their defense is good. They just need a little bit more to get into the echelon of contender, like legit contender.
Maybe they're looking at it.
Tying a quarter of your cap up in your quarterback and running back, it's going to be tough.
Maybe they're looking at it like we don't need much in the NFC. The Eagles might take a step back. The Vikings are frauds. Maybe they're looking at it that way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that shit don't mean nothing because there's 15 better quarterbacks than Daniel Jones in the AFC.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the blueprint was out there in that divisional game. I mean, you just get him off his spots and it's a wrap.
Yep.
But, yeah, shout out Daniel Jones. It's going to be fun to watch the Giants be mid.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Geno Smith.
Good for Geno. He deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, he still sucks at football and all.
Hey, listen, it's cool. Seeing your most hated people get paid. It pains. I see the pain in your eyes, bro. Bro, listen. This man to my right has been talking the most garbage about Geno Smith all season long. He's a Pro Bowl starter, wins comeback player of the year, which I didn't agree with, but it's cool. Wins comeback player of the year and gets a massive bag and the keys to the Seahawks franchise. Bro, just be happy.
He's not a good football player. What do you want me to say, dude?
Just be happy for him, bro.
Cool.
He's a late bloomer.
Cool. Good for you.
Rich Gannon.
Good for you. Do you think they're as good as they are next year than they were this year?
It might be about the same.
Maybe.
It depends. I can't really say that until probably June. Because at that point, free agency will have run its course. We're going to be doing OTAs. The rookies will be there.
Listen, Geno Smith looks a hell of a lot better on that $5 million they were paying him last year than $35 million.
Hey, it's 35 though. Listen, he's arguably better than Daniel Jones, and he's getting paid less.
That's true. That is true. And they definitely have this deal front loaded. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
It is. I think they said this like 50 plus mil this year.
Whew.
It is front loaded as heck. Yeah.
Yeah. He ain't gonna be there after 2 years. He gonna be back at home on the couch.
But he got a bag though. Gotta respect it.
Fuck you, Gino.
Hey. This fellow here wrote him off, but he ain't right back.
That's enough of Gino. All right.
Shout out Gino.
Lamar Jackson.
This one's interesting. I mean, like you said earlier, he signed the Ravens gave him the non-exclusive tag, which means, he can negotiate with other teams.
Yep.
And if they're willing to sign him, I think the Ravens can match the sheet. So he's kind of like a restricted free agent.
That's exactly what he is. That's exactly what he is.
So that's going to be interesting. I mean, the Ravens are in a tough spot.
They are. Like, basically what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we don't think you're worth what you want, so we're going to let everybody else tell you that, and then we're going to say, okay, now we want you.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's got an agent. His mom's his agent. What's an agent's number one job to do? Protect the player from what the fucking owners and shit have to say about him. They're deflecting all that garbage that they're spewing towards the player. You don't think his mom's like, this is what they said about you?
Yeah.
So he's listening to all that crap for the last 2 years of this contract negotiation. And now they're saying, hey, fuck you. We don't think you're worth that much. Here's the non-exclusive tag. So we'll let you dip your toes in the water just to reel you back in.
Yep.
I think someone's going to give him a deal that the Ravens won't match. It's either going to be Atlanta. I think it could be Miami sneaky. I think the Commanders are a possibility.
Yeah. Miami, see, I don't know with Tua. I don't know, bro.
I'd be worried as hell.
Well, yeah, on paper, but you think about the bag that he's gonna come. Tua's on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
And you can ride it out with Tua to see his potential, whether he's gonna the health's gonna straighten out or not, and if he's gonna develop.
Yeah.
If it was me, I wouldn't do that. I mean, surround Tua with as much talent as you can, and see what he can do as far as development. I mean, you saw it with Jalen Hurts last offseason. The Eagles conglomerate was saying, oh, Russell Wilson's available. Why don't we trade for Russell Wilson? Oh, Deshaun Watson available. Why don't we trade for Deshaun Watson? You have a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal, cheap rookie deal, who has so much potential. surround him with dudes.
But here's the
Surround him with
problem.
guys.
The Dolphins
And
aren't
see
in the
where he
same
goes.
The Dolphins aren't in the same situation as the Eagles. The Eagles have a shit ton of young talent that they can compete for a couple years. Tyreek Hill's not getting any younger, and he relies on athleticism. Bradley Chubb hasn't really done much since he was earlier on in his career. Who's to say he's going to pick that back up? Xavier Howard's been injured and getting older. Byron Jones just got cut. They're not really deep on the defensive side of the ball.
Well,
so
that's where you should focus your capital instead of getting Lamar Jackson to put a perfume over that stench of lack of depth.
Yeah, but at the same time, they could do all that shit to put them in cap hell outside of Tua, and Tua's body just doesn't hold up. He got concussed 3 times.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't know. And because he's on the rookie deal, you can afford to have him and Lamar. And then, someone would give up a first-round pick for Tua.
Yeah, that is true.
One of these stupid teams.
That is true. That is a good point.
You know what I mean? I'm at least picking up the phone. I'm at least picking up the phone. At least, if I'm the Dolphins.
Yeah. Now that you say it, there is a case there. If you're able to get a first back for Tua, I just think it's a disservice to have Lamar and Tua in the same quarterback room. I mean, Tua can start on more than half of these teams in the NFL as far as when he's healthy.
Yeah.
So, get what you can for him and put pieces around Lamar and the defense to compete.
Yeah, they could.
As far as the Falcons and the Commanders, I mean, the Commanders, that would be dangerous because when you look at them, they're a couple guys on defense and a quarterback away.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a quarterback and a running back away. Although they have some nice young guys that are pretty cheap. But yeah, Lamar Jackson on the Commanders would be absolutely dangerous as hell.
Yeah, I don't like.
Think about the NFC East though. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, and Daniel Jones.
That's it.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yep. That's basically the top 4 quarterbacks in the NFC.
Yeah.
Maybe no.
In one division.
Matt Stafford, but still.
Yeah. And Jared Goff.
Oh yeah, Goff. I forgot
and
about
Geno
Goff.
Smith.
No. But yeah, what Lamar needs to understand is no one's going to give him a fully guaranteed deal. The fucking dysfunctional Browns are not setting the quarterback market with that Deshaun Watson deal. It's not happening. No other team's going to give you that bag.
It's true.
But there will be teams that will give him a better deal than what the Ravens want to give him.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. And there's teams out there with cap space. So.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see.
Aaron Rodgers.
I know what you want me to say. Gonna be a New York Jet.
He's gonna be a New York Jet.
He's looking good.
Last night, I don't know if you saw a tweet. I don't know if you saw the tweet late last night. He bought an apartment in Manhattan.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Oh, shit. Aaron Rodgers, a New York Jet. Listen, you guys just need like a DeAndre Hopkins type player, and the Jets. It's crazy for me to say this, but the Jets could be a Super Bowl contender out of the AFC.
We were a problem for the league last year.
Yeah.
With Zach Wilson.
And Chris Streveler.
Mike White.
Bro, you were so convinced Mike White was him.
Yeah, we was wrong. But it's okay. It's okay. Even LeBron shoots 50%. So, like, I'm worried about what we might have to give up for Aaron Rodgers. From what I'm understanding, like, the Packers are willing to basically give him away because they want Jordan Love to be the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of scares me because, like, if the Packers know him better than any other team, and they're willing to part with him like that easy. Makes me nervous. I just want to know, is he going to be committed in the offseason to work with the young receivers? Because we don't have the time in the AFC in our division to wait 5 weeks into the season for him to be comfortable.
Yeah.
We don't have that time.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not on
look at
that
your
time.
division.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
not
your
on that
division
time.
alone.
Yeah.
Bills, Dolphins, Patriots,
Yeah.
who are a sneaky, gritty team.
Yes.
Obviously, they're not on the level of like contender, but they're always in the mix.
But you'll split with them. Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think I want him. It's just I'm not ready for the BS. That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers in the New York media? Are you fucking kidding me? You know Woody Johnson's a founder of Johnson & Johnson?
Really? No way.
Yeah, he's like partaking in that.
That's crazy.
He's going to be like, listen, Aaron Rodgers, we'll pay you whatever you want. Just hold still.
I need listen.
Hold still.
We will give you a blank check and the keys to New York.
Yeah, just
take this jab real quick.
Just hold still. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be crazy. If Aaron Rodgers ends up with the Jets, awesome. I'm all here for it, and we'll talk about it more when it happens. I'm not getting my hopes up because the Jets will jet at the end of the day. But we'll see.
Just like the Chargers will charger at the end of the day.
Same old Lions, same thing. So we'll see how it goes. Jets. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, that'd be interesting. And other spots that he could land.
Carolina has been out there. The Titans, I still believe the Titans are going to pick up the phone at some point.
Yeah.
But those are really it. Like, I don't really see a lot of places. Like, he's not going to go to Houston. He's not going to go to Indy. I don't think he's going to go. I mean, Indy's interesting, but I don't think he'll go there.
They're looking at Bryce Young.
Yeah. Tampa's falling apart, so that's really out of there. I don't think he'd want to go to Atlanta. I think they're just too young and not close enough.
Yeah.
And the Raiders are out on him, so. And I don't think the Raiders are ready to compete either. Like, they could get all these, keep talking about, if the Raiders get a quarterback, they have no defense, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Jets are the best spot for him.
I think so too. If he was to get shipped out, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the Jets.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What is this timeline, bro? The historical laughing stocks of the NFL, the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets making moves to be legit teams.
Yeah.
For playoff contention and possibly Super Bowl berths.
Yep.
This is a crazy world we live in.
We are in a time right now where there are the most good organizations in football. Like, we haven't had this before.
The parity.
It's like 24 teams that have good to great front offices and ownership.
Yeah.
You know? So, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. Jimmy G.
Yeah. Last quarterback. Let's just quickly go over him. I think he's going to be a Texan.
Texan?
I do.
Wow.
I do. I think he goes to Texas. Do I have reasoning or grounds for that idea? No. I don't much care. I don't really care. But I think he ends up in Houston. I really do. Okay. Houston's got some pieces too. Low key. They're in a better
2-win team. They got pieces.
Dude, they got a giraffe playing quarterback.
They got a running back.
A running back's nice. Dude, their secondary's nice.
Yeah, Stingley.
Stingley's nice. Petrie, the safety. Mm-hmm. He's nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Texans will Texan.
Texans, hey. In that division, though, with Jimmy G, they'll be
you can make it interesting.
They'll be contending for it.
It's going to be tough to compete against the Jags, though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
Back.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
We'll talk about that at a later date. But yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't even think about Houston.
It just seems like
maybe-
such a Jimmy G thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
think-
I'm gonna go play for Houston. I'm gonna just hang out in Texas.
See, I would think like Tampa
they don't. No.
or the Raiders. I've heard him getting traction from the Raiders.
Yeah.
But Tampa.
My
Jimmy G
thing is though, I think Houston is trending upwards more than all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
The Raiders are falling apart. The Bucks are like $50 billion over the cap still after cutting Donovan Smith. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go
Devin
to
White's
Houston.
gonna
I'm
be out
gonna
of there,
hang
too.
out. I'm gonna hang out in Southern Texas. Okay. I'm gonna go have my fucking cocktail and sleep with all the TikTok girls.
Yep. Date my movie star, film star.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jimmy G, bro.
Yeah.
He'll be fine out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other team though that I think is very interesting, because I think it's the best spot for him to go, Carolina.
I was gonna say Carolina would be a really good spot too.
Carolina's close too. Like, I mean, they're not, but they are.
They're close to being like a playoff team.
They've got the most important positions figured out.
Yeah.
Edge, receiver. If they had Jimmy G, quarterback, their offensive line's not bad because they're young.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's mid-tier.
They've gotten some good running production out of Deontay Foreman.
Yeah.
So yeah, Carolina's one of those teams, or they get like a Jimmy G, got experience, and maybe add another
in that division,
Yep. With DJ Moore, Laviska Shenault, yeah, they could be interesting.
Yep. Yes, sir. So, yeah, a lot of movement. For quarterback.
A lot left to be made too.
Yep.
Once this free agency is going to be crazy when we get into it.
I can't wait.
It's probably the best class of free agents ever.
Probably.
It's crazy.
Probably. If you combine it with like guys on the trade block too.
Yeah. The movement is ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm not seeing enough movement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Howie Roseman, wake the fuck up. What are we doing?
Yeah. It's
Get
still
this
early.
shit done.
It's still early.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Let's switch gears. NBA. Before we get in, we're gonna do a top 10 power ranking. We kind of put it together. We'll give it to you. But before that, we got a situation with a particular player from a particular team.
Yeah.
Playing with a particular
franchise.
Yes. Handling a particular thing on a particular social media platform.
Yep.
Who got a particular suspension.
Yes.
For a particular specific amount, unspecific amount of time.
Yes. After this segment, we no longer speak his name on this program.
He is added to the list.
Added to the list
of fellas.
Karl Malone, all those.
The Denver
guys.
Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. Yeah. Yeah.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Gino,
now I will say, these people
and
have
now
room
Ja
for.
Morant.
I will say these people have room for redemption. Ja Morant, we could be talking about him looking playoff time if he's back.
He won't be back.
But, after this segment, no longer on this program until further notice. So let's talk about it. As everyone knows, Ja Morant was at the Vanilla Unicorn or wherever the fuck he was.
On the IG Live.
IG Live in his car.
Flexing the heat.
Yeah. It's not good.
No.
What do they say in the NFL is the number one most important thing? Protect the shield. protect the business. Same thing in the NBA. This is a serious problem because it's not the first time.
Yeah.
It's been like once a month now, recently every week, something involved weaponry and physicality with Ja Morant.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's going on up here. I don't know who he's around. But, and you know what? I don't like to give this particular man a lot of credit. But Skip Bayless brought up an incredible point yesterday. He said, and I think this is good, Ja Morant won Most Improved last year. So clearly he is a man that is willing to look himself in the mirror and say, I need to improve this, I need to do this, I need to do this. So I give him benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I thought that was an incredible point Skip made. We don't fuck with him on this program. But
yeah.
He's added to the list too. But anyways, yeah, I think Ja can get out from underneath this and, after a long suspension and some, mental rehab. There's a lot of rumors based off of what he said in his apology and what the Grizzlies are saying. It might be more than just flashing a gun. Like there might be something drug related or alcoholism related.
That's serious.
And that's, we don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah.
But
especially for your franchise cornerstone.
Yeah, a guy that's, a face of the NBA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's tough. And the Grizzlies, it's especially tough for them because the West is wide open this year. I feel like we keep saying that, but yeah, you need your best player, and they're in that discussion for coming out of the West.
Yeah.
Do I have belief in them? No, but it's bad. It's just a bad look all around. He's doing all the right things and saying the right things afterwards, but
it's just about following through.
Yeah, like if things keep happening on a regular basis, it's who you are. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know who he rolls with and shit like that, but they start turning from mistakes to facts the more it happens. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, this is more serious than the Gilbert Arenas locker room incident. This way more than that. Completely different too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell the severity of the situation when you got former players from outside other sports commenting, like Shannon Sharp. I know Paul Pierce had some words to say on social media about it.
Jalen Rose's monologue about it was incredible.
Rose, yep.
That was incredible what he said. I don't know if you saw that, but
and it's true. I mean, you have these African American men who work so hard to get out of that life and make something of themselves, and to get to that point, to completely flip the script and change your family's, like the course of your family's generations. It's hard to explain why you would roll with that behavior, with the opportunity that you have to, make sure that you're safe, your family's safe, everybody's taken care of financially, morally. I mean, I understand that money doesn't solve all problems.
No.
But it's something that comes with being a face of the NBA.
Yep,
and,
for sure.
I think maybe that's kind of gone over Ja's head, and hopefully this is the reality check that he needs to realize that listen, I am one of the guys. You see that NBA Shield in 2023, who are you thinking of? LeBron, Luka, Giannis, Embiid, Ja Morant, Jokic. I gotta hold myself to the standard of the logo.
Yep.
And the league.
Mm-hmm.
This obviously is not it, but
No.
hopefully this is the reality check that he needs.
Yep.
And shout out to the Grizzlies for swallowing pride and doing the right thing and giving him a indefinite suspension.
Yeah, and if you want to go back to your old life, cool. Do what Marshawn Lynch did. Hand out turkeys.
Yep. Eat
I'm trying to
Skittles on the sideline.
I'm trying to restore my community. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I wish him luck. I wish him the best. I hope he finds what he needs, but I don't see him. I really don't see him back this year. I don't.
I don't either.
Stop.
Another guy I don't see back this year, I think, KD.
Yeah.
This is a little off the script, but he's hurt and he's out for an indefinite amount of time, which looks like the rest of the regular season.
At least.
And when you look at the standings here, I mean, the Suns are 4th at 37-29, but they're only 5 games out of the play-in, out of being in the play-in.
Uh-huh.
So they're on a little streak right now. They're 4 straight, but if they go on a streak where they drop, let's just say like 6 of the next 10,
yeah,
that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, for sure. And that actually perfectly leads us into our power rankings.
Yeah.
So I have them outside the top 10 as an honorable mention. Simply because there's a few things. Cohesion, injuries, and defense.
Yep.
Again, with the injury thing, KD's out. And he's, not the only one. Devin Booker's had a hamstring the last couple of years. Chris Paul's 47 years old.
65.
Yeah.
With a hamstring.
DeAndre Ayton doesn't play basketball some nights. So, I mean, it's not great. And they don't have depth. They're missing a lot. So,
they had to give up the depth to get KD.
Yeah, and I hope KD gets healthy quick, and I hope the MRIs come back negative.
You saw the clip in warm-ups?
Yeah. I didn't look pretty.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So now basically the Suns have to survive. Their team is basically what it was last year without Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and whoever else.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah.
But you want to move into the rankings? Top 10?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. My number 10.
We kind of put this list together right before we came on.
Yes, but it's the best list anyone's ever put together.
The best list in the history of lists of top 10s.
Yeah, for sure.
It's tremendous.
Tremendous. I had the Los Angeles Lakers at number 10. They're on a heater, 7-3 of their last 10. They're at the 9 seed right now. They're only 2 games out of 4.
Yeah.
and that's without LeBron. So will they win a championship? Probably not. But they've got
retooled really nice.
They did, and they can make a run.
It's all contingent on when LeBron comes back.
Yeah. They need a couple teams to fall out, and they need to keep pushing. Excuse me. But yeah, I think they deserve to be in the top 10 with what they have if LeBron's completely healthy.
Agreed.
Jesus.
You good?
No. Jesus. Dying over here. All right. Number 9. Oh my God, dude. Fuck. Pause.
I'm at.
I need some water. Talk about something. Pause. Oh no.
My brother over here dying. Listen, take this break. Get yourself a water. Win the hydration battle every day.
Oh no.
It's the best thing you can do.
Oh no. Let's talk.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy though when you look at the West, how tight the spread is. I mean, the Nuggets clearly leaps and bounds over everybody. Then you look at the Kings at number 2 at 38-26, all the way down to the Pels at the 10, the last playing spot, 32-34. That's a 6-game spread between the 2 seed and the 10th seed.
Yep.
Like, that could flip-flop. The Kings could drop almost all of their games, be in the play-in, and the Pels could be the 2 seed, hosting the home first round.
Yep. Shit's crazy. I like you led me perfectly into this. Number 9, Sacramento Kings. Had to put them on the list. Got
it.
Listen, they're scoring $140 a game, but they might give up 145.
Yeah.
I put them on this list because I think they have everything you need, almost. Like they're basically a perfect college team. Like, they're not good enough to compete with NBA talent, but they're good to win their championship. Like, they've got a playmaking, strong point guard. They've got they've got wings that can defend and just shoot. They've got some guards. They've got depth. I think they're a really good team. But, again, defense is a problem, and they've never been there before. So I don't expect them to do anything yet.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it'll be for them to make the playoffs is a huge step. I mean, they've had the longest playoff drought in almost in all of sports right now.
Yeah. And they're like comfortably up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're number 2, 8 games in.
It would be very hard to fall out of the playoff 1 through 6.
Yeah.
So, and with the injury to KD, it's probably going to be hard for them to lose home court. Like, this shit could be crazy, bro. We could end up ending the season Denver, Sacramento, Golden State, jumping Memphis because of Ja, and Phoenix because of KD. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yep. So, moving into number 8, I have the Dallas Mavericks. I have them ahead of Sacramento because they've been there. Simple as that. I think the construct of the teams are pretty similar. But when you've got Luka and Kyrie, probably talent-wise, the greatest backcourt to ever touch a floor, you know? I mean, they've done nothing, but talent-wise, probably. Yeah. They can compete with anybody on any given night. So, yeah, I have them at 8. I worry about defense with them. I worry about size. But, hey, if it comes down to late game in the playoffs, what wins games? Mid-range, get into the cup. Those two can do it better than anybody.
Yep. The only thing that concerns me about that team is defense.
Yeah. Yeah. Christian Wood as your backline defender, it's a problem. It's a problem. So.
It is a problem.
Yeah.
It is a problem.
All right. Number 7, LA Clippers. I was a lot higher on them in the beginning of this. I think I had them ending, the 2 seed? But
I think so.
Right now they're at 6. Kawhi's missed some games. PG's missed some games. But when those two are on the court together, they're good.
Yeah.
Now, they haven't won a game with Russ.
That's tough.
I don't know why they brought in Russ. It made no sense.
Yeah.
They've needed playmaking, and Russ brings that, but he also makes your half-court offense go to shit. And Kawhi and PG are so good in the half-court.
Yeah.
So now you can comfortably double one of those two and leave Russ. I don't know if you saw the clip of Draymond guarding him.
Yep.
Under the basket he was.
Yeah.
Russ was out on the 3-point line. Didn't shoot it. So,
sad.
Yeah, I like the Clippers because of their defense. They have the best wings in the league. I love Russ as a player, but he's not good for them.
Yeah. Again,
It's not.
another weird fit.
It's a better fit for sure because they have
Yeah.
way better shooting. But I
But
mean,
again,
yeah.
like you said,
Russ needs an open gym. That's what he needs to be successful. And he doesn't
you know
have
he
that with the
needs
Clippers.
put him back on the Wizards.
Yeah.
You see how Kyle Kuzma's taking a step?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Or-
fuck.
or
Send
give
him back to OKC. Let him run with all those young boys.
Yeah.
And
Or the
they'll make the
Jazz.
playoff. They'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
He'll average a triple-double for the year.
yeah. I don't know if he's still there, but I definitely think he's a 28-8 guy still.
Yeah. Just has to be the right situation.
Yeah, it does. And speaking of right situation, number 6, I had the Cavs. I think they're probably my favorite team to watch in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
They have everything. They've got 2 incredible guards. They've got wings that can defend and shoot. They've got 2 bigs that don't let shit touch the rim. And one of them can shoot from outside.
Yep.
I love their team. Again, I don't have them higher because they haven't been there before. Like, they haven't made a deep run.
Yeah.
The only
They have potential to, though.
Yeah.
I
I have
say
them
that.
above the Clippers and Dallas.
Good, brother.
It's not great. I have them above the Clippers and Dallas
Yeah.
because I just think they're so perfectly constructed that their lack of cohesion and their lack of deep playoff runs previous is good for them. So, yeah, I have the Cavs at 6. Look at this guy.
Okay.
Listen to this guy. What are you doing?
Okay, that's fine. Hi.
This is great. All right, moving into number 5. I have the Golden State Warriors. They don't look great. They can't win on the road, but they're one of the best home teams in the NBA. And if they jump the Grizzlies and the Suns, I think they will.
Here.
They will have home court advantage. This guy.
I don't know. What? No, bro. That's you.
Okay.
Listen, you want to get into that story?
I'm just gassing you. No.
All right, it's cool.
Number 5, as I mentioned, Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I have them so high up because they have yet to lose with Steph, Clay, and Dre in a full playoff series. Simple as that. They can't win on the road. I think they'll flip a switch. Most of these teams usually do. They're incredible at home still. And I think they'll end up with home court advantage because Phoenix is going to fall off, and so's Memphis. I mean, it's a big gap, but I don't know. Memphis has a tough schedule coming up, and so does the Suns. So, yeah, I have Golden State Warriors at 5. 4, 76ers.
Mhm.
I think expectations were lower than what they should have been for this team. Their idea of putting Tyrese Maxey on the bench was incredible.
Yeah.
It opens up so much. There's never a guy that can't get you 30 points a game on the floor now. It's incredible.
Yeah.
He runs beautifully with the second unit. Their bench has been really, really good this year. And James Harden's back to being incredible. And Joel Embiid's a top 3 MVP candidate. And Tobias is just there hooping.
He's back.
He's back hooping. So yeah, I think they could have upset one of these other 2 East teams that I have on this list. I really do. I didn't think so much last year, but another year under the belt, maybe.
Yeah.
So I had the Sixers at 4. 3, I regret to say, I have the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I still don't know if I believe in them. Like, if they get into a series with the Golden State Warriors, I'm probably still taking the Warriors.
Yeah.
But I have them higher now because last year they were really, really good. And they added Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. And Jamal Murray's been good off the ACL, and he's only going to get better. MPJ's been really, really good this year. He's been inconsistent, but good. They lost Bones Highland. That's kind of tough, but Bruce Brown addition has been incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Jokic might win a 3rd straight MVP. And I want to hear your opinions on that. I don't think he should win it.
Yeah. I mean,
because we're going to look back in 20 years from now, we're going to look back and we're going to say what? Nikola Jokic was the best player in the NBA? He controlled an era? No. He is yet to be the best player in the NBA. It went from LeBron to Giannis, and no one's questioned it.
Yeah.
I think it should be Giannis as the MVP. I don't think you want to start setting that precedent as Jokic being a 3-time MVP unless he wins. They didn't give Giannis his 3rd straight until he won.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's all these analytic gurus out there that are riding for him. It's not to say he doesn't deserve recognition as a top 3 guy, but I just don't see how you can give it to him.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
Yep.
It's a lot of good guys that can get it.
Yeah. For sure. I think it should be Giannis. 100%.
It should be Giannis.
Because he's been doing it. He's got a better record than the Nuggets, and Chris Middleton has not been there.
Yep.
Chris Middleton is one of their most important pieces on their team. So, and they lost some depth in the offseason. They're getting it back, though. Jay Crowder, huge.
Big time.
Huge for them.
Yeah.
I think, did Will Barton just sign with them? Or where did Will Barton go?
I don't think he went anywhere.
Yeah, Will Barton went somewhere. Yeah, where did he go? Let's look it up. I think I could be just talking out of my
current
ass.
Team, Toronto Raptors.
He went to the Raptors. My bad. Oh, I didn't have the Raptors on this list. Well, I don't believe in them, so. Yeah, not great. Number 2, Boston Celtics. Malcolm Brogdon was an incredible pickup by them. He's been unconscious.
Yeah.
I think Jason Tatum, I think he's been better at his peak this year, but I also think he's been way more inconsistent this year than he has last year. Jaylen Brown's been really, really good. Marcus Smart's been good. Al Horford still won't show age. And Robert Williams being back is huge for them. And a completely healthy Robert Williams. He's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Yeah, they're a problem. They have everything you need. Again, and they've proven that they can make a run. So I think it's going to be between them and my number 1 team, Milwaukee.
I agree.
There's not much to be said about Milwaukee other than they've been the best team of basketball all year. They just came off of a 14-game win streak, basically without Chris Middleton. Drew Holiday's taken a jump. Javon Carter people sleep on Javon Carter. He's been great. He's a dog. He's like he's their Gary Payton for the Warriors last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Bobby Portis, incredible. Brooke Lopez is probably going to win DPOI, which is crazy. It's crazy. Brooke Lopez's career path is insane.
Facts.
He's the all-time leading scorer for the Nets as an interior bang it down low guy and a rebounder. Now he's a three-point shooter and rim protector. It's insane.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, he needs to talk to Russ about how to change with the times as you get older.
Facts.
But yeah, that's my rankings. I think it's good. So to quick recap it. Lakers 10, Kings 9, Mavs 8, Clippers 7, Cavs 6, Warriors 5, Sixers 4, Nuggets 3, Celtics 2, Bucks 1.
It's fair.
It's the best list. There is no better list.
There is no better list.
No, than the Day One podcast list.
Exactly.
Yep.
There's no better list.
No, there isn't. Is there anything else you want to hit on? Quick?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
I don't think so. I really don't. Other than MLB is coming up, spring training. Phillies look good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Indeed.
I want to look at their stats real quick because I haven't really done my due diligence too much.
Yes.
Let's take a peek. I don't be watching spring training. No one cares. Let's see here. MLB spring training teams. Let's take a look. I want to see what that man Trey Turner's been doing for us. Where are you? Bro, we have so many people on our preseason roster.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Oh.
Yeah, he's back. What is he doing in the preseason? Yeah, he's batting 400.
Damn.
That's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock in to the.
Here's one.
MLB
I'll leave you with this. According to Mike Lombardi on the Pat McAfee show, the Rams would love to trade quarterback Matt Stafford. Matthew Stafford is fully available.
What?
The Rams have called teams.
What?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean Baker's a dog. We seen what he did.
And we see that what bag that Matt Stafford has and what Baker Mayfield has done on a cheap deal. So it could be their way of kind of finagling the cap a little bit to get a little bit more room to retool and rebuild.
Yep.
Stafford's a top 10 quarterback in the NFC, but it is what it is.
Who's this disrespecting me in the comments? Who's this disrespecting
Your guy.
me?
You're trash at your job. I know Kyle, I bully him a lot. Shouldn't you be at work?
No.
Address him.
I get days off. Simple as that. I work hard. I get my days off. This motherfucker. It's Dave. Oh, my God. This clown. Whatever. Let's get out of here before I stop getting bullied. Getting disrespected.
Wants to duck the heat. It's cool. Said you have to work to get days off. That is true.
This motherfucker here.
It's all facts.
All right. You have anything else to talk about that's relevant? Oh.
Just to go Birds.
Yeah.
Gotta throw that in there.
Yeah.
I'll be getting my NFC champion ring.
Oh, yeah, good for you. I'm gonna buy him
At least I
Mahomes.
can get some kind of ring.
Yeah, that's facts.
Jets haven't gotten one since they were fucking old and dusty, and
Facts.
rusty.
Facts.
Cardinals.
Oh no,
Oh man, bro.
we don't talk about them.
Oh,
on this
no.
program. We don't talk about them.
I'm so sorry.
Yep, that's not great.
Bet under 7.5 wins.
Yeah, bet
The
the under.
line should be 6 for
Yeah.
a win total next year, and I'm going
Bet
to hammer
the
the hell
under.
out of it.
Yeah, 3 wins. Take it or leave it. All right. It's the Day One podcast. You already know what it is. We getting the hell out of here. We'll be back on the grind. Don't you worry. I got to make this man pull his head out of his ass.
Pull his hat out of his ass. That's a good one.
You need to lock in.
He's got you locked out.
Are you watching hoops?
I'm watching a little bit.
All right, you need to lock in. Because sooner or later, it's going to be the postseason.
Yep. I'm going to be locked in. So we got to
All right.
do this postseason stuff. I'm locked in for postseason.
All right, lock in. All right. Day One podcast. You already know what it is. I'm your boy Kyle. That's Anthony. Leave it a like, subscribe, comment. Give it a watch on a boat, on a bus, on a plane, wherever you're at. Okay, there's Wi-Fi everywhere now. You know what I mean? You cheap ass, get off Straight Talk, get on AT&T, get your full data, okay, and watch from anywhere you're at.
You can get it on the cruise.
On the cruise, yeah, you can watch it on the cruise.
Get the Wi-Fi package on the
Yes, sir.
moon.
Yes, sir.
Get the space station Wi-Fi.
And you know what?
Cool.
Help your brothers and sisters out there. Turn on your hotspot. Let them watch too. All right, y'all.
And if you subscribe, we'll give you $1.
No, we won't. Stop giving my money
Out of
away.
this man's pocket.
We're not doing that. You can't have my money.
I will make sure if you subscribe and comment with $1, the stack emoji, this man right here is going to pay you $1.
No, it's not happening. All right. Let's get the hell up out of here.
Before we run you broke.
Yeah. Dave, appreciate you popping in, brother. Means a lot. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, we have.